We're barely friends forever. We hate each other together.
Wait.
Welcome back to this new and updated edition of Barely Friends Forever. It's been a minute.
It's been
like a year.
Wait,
no, 2 years.
Yeah, it's been
I
longer.
think it's been 2 years. And I think all of our podcast episodes are erased from Spotify. But that's okay.
Yeah, no biggie. Honestly,
if you want to listen to all of our episodes, you just go on Apple Music.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just decided to revamp the podcast and bring it back. You want to tell them why? We felt called. We felt called by God.
Honestly, I do not use that.
No.
I mean, I had a dream about it.
No, let me tell y'all the story. I was in Naples, Florida, not Italy.
No one thought you were in Italy, but okay.
And I was just talking about it with Daniela. I was like, bro, I miss doing the podcast. I was like, I'm gonna text her right now. So I texted Sarah. Do you remember when I was like,
yeah, I was like, who is this? No, I do remember you texting me out of the blue, and she was just like, oh no, wait, I think I texted you first. I texted you about something, and you're like, hey, we were just talking about
it was right
you.
when I was talking to Daniela about Sarah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah, she just said, hey, I wanna. We should do the podcast again. And I was like, oh, here we go again. Ale just talking about it. We're not going to do it. But then, I don't know, there was something within my heart that just felt like this girl might be real, for real this time.
Well, because Sarah has this list on her phone. I don't know if you still have it. Of, all of my crazy ideas that I just, I'll just say things, right?
I probably still have it, but I haven't added to it in a while.
And so, every time I say something, it's never taken seriously, but
sure.
I was serious. I was actually so serious about this. That battleship is about to open and it's making me a little nervous. Did you see it?
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, if you're new here, welcome. We're BFFs. And that's barely friends forever. We truly are barely friends. And yeah, that's our story.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think when you texted me, I think I had already thought about it too. It would be cool to bring the podcast back. But I think I needed to know that, okay, wait, you're serious about it. So I think once we were on the same page about it, then we're like, wait, let's have this, 90s theme, right? That was your idea. And then I was like, wait, that sounds awesome. And then one moment to the next, Ale and I are from 0 to 100 sometimes. That we're we went to the thrift stores, Facebook Marketplace. It all
happened in one week.
Yeah. And we just got everything for the set. So as you can see, everything's 90s theme. And I don't know, I think, I'm from the 90s. What year you were born? You were born in the 90s too.
Yes.
98, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously I wasn't born in 98 Ale was born in 92.
Yeah, she was born in 56 or
yeah, of course. Obviously, I mean, look at me. I look super old. But no, I think the theme is super cool, and it's kind of something chill, and it's almost like you brought this up that it's we're hanging out, we're friends, but our parents are making us hang out.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's our theme. Our theme is that we're barely friends because our parents are making us hang out right now.
Mm-hmm. So we don't want to hang out.
Yeah. We're in Sarah's basement right now.
Sounds creepy.
We're in Sarah's basement. She got the old Panasonic. And yeah, we're just chilling. When was the moment where you're like, okay, she's actually being serious?
About the podcast?
Yeah.
Well, you had brought it. That was the third time you mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at that point I was like, okay, she keeps bringing it up. Maybe if I get a little bit serious about it, we'll actually do it. Because I could feel you really did want to bring it up. Bring it back. And I know we've had some of our friends that have wanted us to do it again, even if it's 3 of them that watch it.
Yeah.
Watch or listen to it. But I don't know, because of that I was just it would be cool, and I have my own place now, and I don't know, I thought it was perfect.
I was a little hesitant because when we first started the podcast, I brought this idea to you before podcasts were
super
Rusty is going in on his bowl of food right now.
I don't know if the audio's picking this up, but my dog finally stopped licking my knee, and then he went to his food and he's straight up just licking it.
He's making me hungry right now, honestly.
It's so hot. I want a little bite of that kibble. Wait, kibble?
Go ahead. You can take a bite right here on the podcast.
You dare me to?
I really do. You're not going to. After he slobbered all over it.
That's what makes it juicier. Wait, what'd you ask?
Crap. I have the worst memory on this earth.
And I have like even worse memory.
Oh, that we first, I first brought the idea to her, it must have been like 2018, 2019.
Oh yeah, like before podcasts, I get what you're saying. Before podcasts became like really popular.
Yeah, like they were popular, but it wasn't like everyone and their moms had a podcast, right?
Yeah, it was we did the podcast, and then everyone else who was
followed suit. Yeah, like
even the famous people. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But then, you know, I think we started it like 2019, 2020. It was before. It was before the pandemic.
Yeah. It was probably 2019.
Yeah, and the idea was just like we literally just wanted to like have fun and have our own podcast, but like we knew no one was gonna listen to it.
Yeah,
like we knew it was just gonna be our friends. And what happened? We blew up. Just kidding.
And now we are so famous
and
so
rich. No, I mean, yeah, that's exactly what it was. Like, just our friends listen to it, and like that's really all we want. Like, if just one person tells me that they listen to it on the way to work, like, you know,
that's it. You have like that's a great life.
I'm fulfilled. Like, I mean, we spent so much money on this set, but like, yeah, I'm so happy that
we really did
one
spend
person.
a lot of money. Thousands, honestly.
Yeah, but it was. I took out
loans.
Yeah, I took out loans.
No, it's supposed to be something. I think that's just meant to be fun, and I don't know. It's not obviously supposed to be taken that serious. I know people are like, "Oh, you guys are doing the podcast. No one listens to it." Whatever the case is, and it's just like,
and whatever. I've always had like a little bit of anxiety surrounding that because I'm like, because I feel like everyone on social media is like, and this is not like shade. Like this is just the way that it is. Everyone on social media is like, "Oh, it's all about me." Like, I'm the main character, which is like fine, I guess.
I say that sometimes. Is that why you're bringing this up?
That I do that? I post on Instagram maybe once a month.
No, I know. I get what you're saying.
And that's stories.
No, same though. Like I barely post too.
That's something that I wrote down to talk about because I like this has happened to you. I have so much anxiety about like posting on Instagram, like stories even or just like posts. I post
like anxiety like for what, like about what though?
Like just people's perception and that like I'm not able to adequately like represent my personality like online.
Yeah,
because like this is easy because I'm talking. Like I don't really have time to like analyze it and like edit it and then like back out and like not post. And so like and then also like I just don't want to become so conceited in myself that I'm like, oh, I have to post things about myself, you know?
I just could never see you being like that, honestly. And I think that's why. I mean, again, I don't want to like. Not even to blast anyone else that's like that, whatever. Like everyone has their own personality, but I think that like you and I are not like that with stuff. I can never really see us being like two people who. Bad. No, I think
it's just not my thing.
I mean, honestly, it could sometimes be like, let's say. Obviously this is super hypothetical, but let's say one day like we actually become famous or something like that with like the podcast. Or again, guys, I know this sounds
one
like
can only dream.
This sounds ridiculous, but I'm just saying like hypothetically, it could be like a downfall that we're not really like that because you do have to be like that. If you're an influencer, you have to be willing. And I'm very like self-conscious of myself. That's another reason why I don't like go out and posting this stuff. Like you said, people are gonna have their own perception of things and maybe think stuff of you, and like you just don't want to give them like that. Like fuel to do it. So it's like, let me just not even post stuff. With me, I'm just like straight up lazy and I just don't want to, but and I'm super old, so I'm not like really thinking
not
about
tech savvy.
Yeah, I'm not really tech savvy.
What font is your text on your phone?
Okay, I have better vision than you, so the fact that you're bringing that up. But no, I'm not like, it's just I don't know. I think that it could be a downfall, but at the same time, like you'd rather almost be like that, at least to me.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it doesn't work out for things like this. And that's like, that was my fear going into like doing a podcast. Cause I'm like, I don't want people to think that.
Like you're conceited?
Yeah, not that, like, just like, oh, you guys are doing a podcast. Just like everyone is doing a podcast. But like, we're better. You know what I mean? So
100%. No, it's true. And we're not
better.
No. We're not delusional to think that like, we're gonna get famous or like, you know, like all these people are gonna listen to us. It's not even about that. Even if I feel like 2 people listen, it's the fact that we get to hang out, honestly, and like
once a month.
Honestly, that's why I said yes too. I was like, hey, I get to hang out with her sometimes now, so let me say yes to this podcast.
You sound a little clingy.
No, clingy once a month.
No, we're gonna try to do every week. Like we're actually gonna try to be consistent with this one because the other one, like since it wasn't like meant to be anything, like we just did it whenever we felt like it. Yeah, no,
I mean, that's true. I think you have more time like on your hands now. I'm living alone now, so now we have like just whisper unemployed. No, I have my own space here, so
Yeah.
it's like it's a lot easier, I think, to get together and do it. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's fun.
It'll be a good time. We have some topics.
By
You have
we,
anything?
by we. I like how you, dude, you're so slick. Look so at me. Wait, do you have any topics? And she says this.
You
'cause I
said you
told
wrote
her-
some stuff down just now.
I did at the end, but technically I didn't really have anything. I mean, I didn't even know if we were gonna do it today or not, but that's fine.
Yeah, the microphones literally came in yesterday. And the cables, it came in as I was getting ready to leave the house.
That's crazy.
All right, let's start lighthearted. All right, number 1. Hold up. I have to like clear this up. And I already talked to you about this. Remember how I introduced the segment? What did we call it? Am I a bad person? Or I don't remember what we called it.
I forgot.
Basically it's like I would, what did we do? I forgot what we did. Okay, there's a subreddit called Am I the A-hole, right?
Oh,
and they have stories where people like will say like a scenario that they went through and they want to know if they were the bad person in the scenario.
I do remember that.
And I brought up this segment, I swear on my life, please, Bible. I came up with that on my own. Like I browse Reddit sometimes, and I just browse like that subreddit sometimes.
Okay.
And like I was like, this would be a cool segment for a podcast. It like blew up as a podcast segment, so now it looks like I copied everyone else.
Wait, what?
Have you seen them?
No.
Like
where is that blown up?
Like I see all over TikTok, like people with podcasts, they do like they'll just read the stories from Reddit. So original, like
That's actually crazy.
But the way that we did it is the first time I introduced it, I read a Reddit story, but then we asked our friends to send in their own stories. Remember? Holy.
I don't remember that.
Remember this?
that was
and
a
then
while ago.
I think Johan sent in a story about like when they went camping, like something about playing dominoes, and like Jessica wanted
That's
to play.
really
with
funny.
Something. Dustin was in the story too. I don't remember how it was.
Okay. Yeah, I remember
But
that a little bit.
I just want it to be known that like I organically came up with that.
Yeah.
I
believe you.
And so I came up with something else, and like if it blows up, I just want it to be known that like it was me.
Well, now we're doing the podcast, and hopefully we won't stop. So
Yeah.
I feel like
Our segments will.
yeah, if it blows up,
Rusty.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so it was I did this once before. I read from the Neighbors app. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so if you don't know what the Neighbors app is, like it's like a Facebook type thing, but like for the people that live around you, like everyone's like a stranger. It's like a board, like a, you know what I'm talking.
People post stuff
Yeah.
within the neighborhood.
So it's probably like my third favorite social media, and like that's not. I have my notifications
Wait,
turned
you
on.
still go on that till this day?
To this day, I get email updates about like the top posts of the week. Oh my! It's like I equate it to what it must have felt like to like get the newspaper in the morning. You know, and you're
That's
like
true,
excited
yeah.
to like. It's like the same feeling.
I can't believe you still read this.
It's so entertaining.
That was like
I recommend if you guys are
2
not on
years
the
ago
Neighbors
that
app.
you brought this up, and you're still
Do you remember the stories?
something about a horse.
The horse died on 4th of July, bro. That was really sad. And we were laughing. That was so bad. Okay, so this is like one of the funniest things I've read.
Okay,
You might not find this funny, but this is
Okay.
so funny to me.
tell me it.
All right. I'm going to insert the screenshots on the screen. This guy says, I live in blank, typical lot. My grass cutter just increased his price. I'm going to have you guess from $40 to what do you think? Like he's outraged.
Well, since based off of your tone, I'm going to say 45.
No. Damn.
What?
You couldn't have like tried to like, play along with my little gag.
Well, don't put that tone on. If you
All
would've-
right.
Was it 45?
No, it was 50.
Okay.
He increased his cost by $10 per cut. Okay. I would like to know if anyone can recommend a grass cutter. I'm not interested in people's opinions about whether $50 is still a good price or whether the guy deserves it, etc., etc. Does anyone have a reliable source? So, okay. First of all, a $10 increase like in this economy, bro? Like just suck it up and pay him $10 extra per cut. How often do people get their grass cut? I don't know. I'm not a homeowner.
I don't know. I would say every couple of weeks, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe every 2 weeks.
Look at his replies. This man's a savage. Someone says, I'm glad to pay my person $50. Worth every penny. He works very hard and is reliable.
Okay.
Seems like a good person.
Yeah.
You're a good person. I don't know why you need to advertise that you are a good person. If you don't have an answer to the question, then don't respond. What is wrong with this man?
That's the guy that posted?
Yes.
Responding?
Yes.
He sounds like a really angry person.
No, I know. Maybe he needs to come on the podcast and express his
That'd be awesome.
anger. If you're out there. Someone says, what? Look, pay what you want, but don't punish people for trying to make an honest living. He says, what do you mean punish? Do you mean fire him because I don't like how much he increases wages? I don't think that's punishing him. Whatever, that was tame. I have... Someone says, I have a guy that would do it for $60. Highly recommend. He says, 60 is more than 50. Thanks, but not helpful.
Why would that guy mention his guy that charges 60 if this guy doesn't want to pay 50? I just really want to know.
He goes, 60 is more than 50. Oh my God. What are you going through? Let's pray for him at the end of this podcast. Look at, he goes off on, says, it's tough out here, still a fair rate. Right? Like just offering his opinion. I don't understand why so many people feel the need to voice their opinion. You are certainly entitled to your opinion, but I don't care about your opinion.
Well, this guy's, okay, the guy that posted his name, right?
Yeah.
Don't post stuff if you don't want people to put their opinions.
I'm saying, like, literally just say, hey, can anyone recommend somebody under $50? Like, you don't have to be like, I'm not going to give my guy a raise because I'm a bad person. You know?
I just feel like he set himself up to get 100%. These types of replies.
100%. If you're watching, I'm sorry, please.
Get it together, man. Get it together.
All right, this was my favorite one. This is the last one. Goes, I used to own a landscape service company, and I know this type of cheap customer who wants everything for free, crying for $10, but with a new Mercedes-Benz parked outside. He says, I don't have a Mercedes. I have a Bentley. Yes.
That was
yes. He says, everything was written. What are you not understanding about this story?
I'm going to be honest. You lost
me. Are you high right now?
No, I'm not high. I'm just sleeping.
What are you lost about?
I wasn't paying attention to the part of that story.
That was the best part.
Sorry.
All
I heard was a Mercedes and a Benz. I mean,
a guy said like, oh, I know what type of customer you are. Like, I used to have my own company.
Mm-hmm.
He said, have a Mercedes like parked outside, but is like complaining about $10. And then the guy said, I don't have a Mercedes. I have a Bentley.
Okay, sorry. In my mind, I thought this was like a completely separate like thing that you were reading.
Dude, like, I was so excited to tell you that.
Yeah, and I realized me being lost ruined this for
No,
you.
I'm really upset. Actually,
it makes me feel better. That is funny.
Wait, hold on. You want to know how long I've been saving this?
No.
This happened 3 weeks ago. And I've been saving it. I was so excited.
Are you mad at me?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix this.
Just talk the whole time. I'm going to take a nap. What do you have? No, thank you.
What do I have?
Yeah.
I don't have like any interesting like things like that I can read. I was just gonna I just have some.
Do you have a funny story?
I do have a story that I told you about already, but I can share with the podcast. It's pretty short, but I will say. Do you have something to say, Rusty? Say it right now.
With your chest.
So when I was in Disney this weekend, and this is more of like a disturbing thing that happened. I don't know.
Are you retelling me the story?
Yeah, I'm retelling you.
Okay.
For the people. Anyway.
Burp. I had to burp.
You were nodding your head. No, I went to go walk Rusty around like 4 a.m. one day, and when I walked out of the Airbnb, I just saw like some legs sticking out.
Oh,
and I was like, what's going on? Like, where's Rusty? And I kind of turn a little bit, and I see that like Rusty is like sniffing this random guy who's sleeping on the floor outside the Airbnb like at 4 a.m. And the guy had his arms crossed, was just like stiff, and I thought he was dead.
He was laying on his back?
Laying on his back, just like again, a few feet away from the entrance of the Airbnb. And Rusty went right up to him. My dog went right up to him and was like sniffing him and stuff. And the guy didn't wake up at all. And I quickly grabbed, my dog, and then was staring at the guy just like to the point where I'm like, is he breathing? Like he just had like legit had his arms crossed, was like not moving at all. And so I'm like half asleep. So I'm like half asleep. I'm scared. My heart's pounding at this point. I'm like trying not to have a panic attack.
I'm trying to like react to your story. But like I've heard it before.
Yeah, I know.
But like I'm gonna try. Go.
You don't have to react. But Hey, you don't have to react. Your gas was so intense.
Was he dead?
But no, it was really scary. And I texted my mom hoping she'd be awake, and thank God she was awake.
Oh, thank God.
And I just like told her what was going on, and she was like, okay, like I'm gonna send your dad out, and like don't come in and like until like your dad's there. And so I walked my dog, and I came back, and my dad's kind of just like standing there, like looking at the guy too. And thank God in that moment the guy like rolled over a bit and like moved, so I knew he was alive. But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know why we didn't do anything or call anyone or tell the guy to get up.
I was just thinking about that right now.
I don't know. But we just went back inside and I went to sleep. I mean, I was traumatized after that. I was scared he was going to be out there the next morning, but he wasn't. So I don't know if he was lost or drunk, but it was very scary.
Was it like were there like houses close to you?
It was like a little community, but there was like apartments. It was like apartments that so there was an apartment right next to me, and it was maybe like, I don't know, 7 floors of like other.
So he just couldn't make it all the way up.
Yeah, it seemed like it. He didn't seem homeless. Let's just put it that way. It was a really.
I hope he's okay.
I mean, I don't care, honestly.
Oh,
he scared me. Like,
yeah, but you don't hope he's okay. Like, what if you found out he was dead?
I don't know who he is.
Not like in that moment, but like, what if he died later?
Okay.
Oh wow.
I don't know him. What do you mean?
So you don't care when random people die? Oh my God.
Someone dies all the time.
Okay, but like
I have to worry about myself. No, I'm kidding.
But what?
But like, I don't know. When you say like cared, I would have cared if he would have been dead there in that moment, which is why I was freaking out.
So you only care when it concerns you.
How does that concern me? If he would have been dead outside, that would have freaked me out. I would have felt bad, but like he's not dead.
But like
later
later on, like what if somehow
later on in life?
Yeah, like
I have my own family to worry about.
But like now at this point, like if he reached out to or his family reached out to you,
if he reached out to me, if he was dead, I have more serious issues going on.
If his family reached out to you and said thank you. You were the last person that saw him.
How would
alive.
they reach me? How would they know about the story though?
They would just ask around, be like, "Hey, have you guys seen a little brown girl?" Sorry,
I don't know if you guys saw, but my eyes popped open when she said "little brown girl."
But I don't mean that in a racial way.
How do you not mean that in a racial way? Actually, I have another funny story involving racism. At Disney again, I went to open a door for this white lady and her husband, and she had, a stroller. So I was like, oh, let me leave, hold the door for her. She's going to eat at this place. And she's like, muchas gracias.
Wow.
That is straight up racist.
Wow.
Assuming that like I don't speak English. And I literally was like, you're welcome. Like,
wait, that's
I didn't tell you that one, right?
No, you didn't. That's really funny.
Yeah.
It's like when I go, I don't think I look super Hispanic.
Yeah.
But
no.
when I'll go to like a restaurant or something and like talk to the person in English, and then they ask for my name and I say Alejandra, then they automatically switch to Spanish.
They switch on you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which like fine, I'm fluent in Spanish, but like
I don't like the perception of things. So.
Yeah. Maybe it's because I'm like Alejandra.
That has never happened to me. I will say that. And
because your name is Sarah.
Okay, but that lady doesn't know my name.
Oh, you mean like
the stranger doesn't know my name, but like,
yeah, that's
it's
wild.
just she has to be from a different place, like other than Florida, I'm assuming, to like think something like that and just assume that this girl's brown and she probably doesn't speak English.
That's
I was dying. I was like, what in the world?
I have a story for you too.
Okay, tell me.
So I went on my first cruise, right?
I do know that. I forgot, but then I realized,
yeah. Like you would think that I'm like, rich and famous. Like I would have gone on multiple cruises.
Yeah.
But no, this is my first one.
Wow.
I'm a humble person.
You're really humble.
Yeah, and it was Carnival
that.
too. Just kidding. It was good. Shout out to my girls. It was for my girl's birthday.
Dear.
Yeah. So yeah, I went with my sister and Juliet. And the girls. Anyways, I really lost the story. That's why I was talking like that. So I went to the Bahamas, and Rusty, please,
guys, Rusty's. I'm sorry. This is.
I'm just gonna
funny.
put in like.
He's actually moving Alice's rollerblades because his piece of food is stuck under it. Oh, I think he got it.
Okay. So we went to the Bahamas, right? Now I bought the I just want to make sure you're paying attention to me.
Yeah, I'm paying attention. I know it seems like I'm texting, but
no, like it doesn't seem like it. Like it is. Like,
I told you I was responding to my boss.
just kidding. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Go ahead. You bought what?
I bought the. Is it a ticket? What is it? What do you buy to go on to a cruise?
Yeah, a ticket.
Okay, I bought my ticket.
I think I've never been on a cruise, so I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, I probably will never go.
you're so humble. Why? I actually didn't like.
I don't like it.
I thought I was gonna get like seasick, but I didn't.
It's not that I don't like the idea of being on a boat and not being able to get off. More of like a claustrophobic thing.
Like you can get off, but it probably wouldn't end like well. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
So no, but like you have the option is what I'm saying. So we go to the Bahamas, and bro, I keep losing the story. We go to the Bahamas. No, I bought the ticket. Jesus.
Stop yelling.
I bought the ticket. You can see like the audio spiking in the thing. I bought the ticket like when I was freshly like quit my job. Right. So I wasn't feeling like the effects of like, like you're living off your savings, like you're really living off your savings.
Sorry, I thought that you had been given that ticket for free.
No, I had to pay for half of it. Because like it was one free ticket, but me and Daniela were gonna go, so we had to split.
Gotcha.
So yeah, like it wasn't that expensive, but like I wouldn't do that now because it's really like hitting me that like I'm exhausting the resources, right?
Yeah.
I'm fine, guys. But if you want, send me money to my Cash App. I'll put it on the screen.
For what reason though? What reason? Like, would they send you money?
Like to support us. Like
to support us. The money's going to. I said the money's.
You have
like an accent.
The money.
The money's going to.
You have a job.
Okay.
And like I
don't say us though, because you're only benefiting.
Okay, guys. I know I'm gonna get a job. Like, don't worry about it. Okay.
No one's worried.
It was just a joke. No, but like it's like, oh, she's so entitled. Yeah, like I already know that's what they're typing in the comments
no
below.
one's saying that.
I'm just kidding. So yeah, I was living off my hard-earned savings. Okay, I'm in the working class. And yeah, I just did. I've been on this story for way too long. Anyways,
yeah, just finish it.
So when when the cruise is like coming up, like I'm like, oh wow, like I'm gonna have to like spend like absolutely $0 like on the cruise, right? But I already paid for the ticket. But you know how like extra things.
You're saying that because it's all inclusive.
Yes. So like I'm going to spend $0 like any like excursions and stuff. Like I can't do them. Like any extra things, like I just can't. Like I need to go to like the public beaches, do all of the free events. Like that's what the vibe is.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. Like we went to, I almost said Jamaica, the Bahamas, and the girls went like on their own like excursion that they paid for.
Oh, really?
And me, Juliet, and Daniela, the poor folk, had to go to the public beach.
Wow.
Now it's fine. Like I'm not trying to complain about a public beach in the Bahamas. Like I'm literally in the Bahamas. You know what I mean? But I don't know if you have this fear. Like you've been to, yeah, you have. I was gonna say, have you been to a foreign country?
Yeah.
Do you feel like some type of way? Like when you're in a foreign country?
Like scared?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I guess the general answer is yes. The only country I've been to is Dominican Republic, but I've been there several times, and like my family's from there, so I haven't been like super scared, but of course like super cautious at the same time with certain stuff.
Yeah. It's not like, it's simply like because I'm a woman. Like I can't defend myself. Whatever country that I'm in, even in the United States, I still feel some type of way. But at least it's like I'm in my country. Like I know.
Sorry, I don't know why it's so funny to me that you like straight up said even the United States.
Why is that funny?
I don't know. You can say like the U.S. or something like that. Like you just said like the full on.
Like what would you like say it right now? Like where do you live?
The U.S.
No, you wanted to say United States. I saw it. I saw the end.
No, I don't know. It was just.
I live in America maybe.
America.
United States.
Maybe that's what it was too.
Whatever, bro.
Okay, whatever. You in the United States, yeah.
I pledge allegiance, by the way.
To the flag.
This is not political. This is not a political podcast.
Never.
Yeah, so I felt like a little unsafe. Again, just because we were 3 women walking around.
No, yes. You have to be really careful with that stuff.
And we went out early in the morning, so like there was like not that many people on the road. Now, we're walking to this beach. It was like a 20 to 30 minute walk. And we're walking through like this, when I say alley, like it's a very loose term of like the word alley, but like we were walking through an alley. And at the end was like the road. It wasn't an alley because it didn't have a dead end. Like we're just walking through this alley to get to the road.
Yes.
In the corner, we see 2 guys walk. This was like a movie, bro. these two men like walk out, but they're like having an altercation. So like they like they walk out, but like kind of stumbling out of the alley, like playing into our view. Imagine like a movie, like, you know, when you just like see it like play out in front of you. And there's a bigger guy, and he just slaps the crap out of the smaller dude.
What?
Like, just slaps him right in front of our face. And so we didn't even say a word to each other. Like, we all just turned around and walked away.
What?
Because like I thought like if he saw us,
At this time, was it just you, Juliet, and Daniela?
there's nobody else in the road. Like, we just see two men like
I mean,
pop
like
up.
it wasn't like the other girls too.
No. We just see two men pop out. One of them slaps the other. First of all, a slap, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Not even like a punch or anything. And then like
It's
we
weird.
just
Sounds like they were drunk or something, right?
no, it really just seemed like one was upset with the other one. And all I picked, like in that moment, I just saw like that guy like making eye contact with us, like
yeah,
and then be like, "You're next."
Yeah.
And
No,
so,
honestly, like you never know. So you just stay away from that stuff.
I'm sure the culture's just different, and that's like maybe normal. I don't know.
I don't know if that's normal, but that's definitely something you have to be careful with in another country.
It didn't seem like an "I want to kill you" slap. It seemed like a get it together, but it was hard. Like it was a hard slap.
Did you guys laugh?
After, like, in the moment I was scared. Like, I
Yeah.
just saw this guy, like, but after we walked away, I was like, I cannot believe we just saw that. Like, that was too funny.
You know, now that you're bringing up that story, I actually do have kind of a scary story that Kat shared with me through Instagram. And this mom was at...
Wait, she shared it with you through Instagram?
Yeah. It was this mom had posted it, and she shared it with me. I don't think she knows who this person is. She just came across it, I guess. And this mom was during the day with her two kids, and she said that she started to get a weird feeling because she saw this guy like park next to them, and the park was pretty empty, and it was just like weird that he parked next to them. So she was kind of just like on her, you know, on the lookout in a way, like just being like, okay, like I'll keep an eye on that guy. It's a little weird, but whatever. I'm with my kids and whatever. She was playing with them, and then out of nowhere, like the guy makes his way to like one of the swings and like kind of like straps himself in the swing and then puts like a pacifier in his mouth and is like staring at them.
You're lying.
I can't make this up. Super creepy. I'm like reading this and I feel like I'm reading like a scary story.
It's like a written thing?
The mom had written this. This really did happen. Like she was like informing people. And she said like she just saw the guy on the swing with the pacifier in his mouth, like staring at them. And so at that moment, like she started to get obviously like this like really disturbing feeling, and she's like, I think like we should leave. And as she's like starting to like grab her kids, he's like charging for her at this point.
I would cry. You think it was a prank?
No, not at all. This was real. Like okay, not a prank. She grabbed her kids and like charged toward her car. Again, I don't know the angle of things, but she was able to get in her car and like lock the door and like with her kids in the front seat. And as he saw that she was going to call 911, he like bolted towards his car and started to take off. And when she saw that he was in his car, she got out and took a picture of his tag. But apparently like they couldn't trace like the car or anything like that. So he's still on the loose.
I'm saying not that she was pranking them, but that he was pranking.
No, I think he was a very disturbed person that went to the park and like who knows what he was going to do. That's creepy, dude. I feel really like scary.
And like, I tried to explain this the other day to someone. Like women just kind of have this fear all the time, and it's not like to like get all like feminist, but like for real, like when we walk around by ourselves, is even in the daytime. Yeah, it's like you never know what can happen.
No, you don't, and especially like me living here alone and stuff. Every time I'm walking Rusty, I'm just always very like observant on who's looking at me, and like again, you never know. And I think that's why like this story even like proves that she's at the park alone at a park that we've gone to several times, and you don't really think that something like that's gonna happen, but it can. You know, so you kind of just always have to have your guard up, be careful. I know when she was like when she was running away and stuff, like she started yelling, but there was like no one around, so it's like not really helpful.
That's scary.
That's all you can do in that moment. But yeah, I don't know. It's extremely scary, and it just really just proves that
you. Did you write that down, like to talk about? Or you just remembered?
No, I just remembered. Oh, are you surprised that I remembered?
Like yeah, like just in general, like that you remember things.
Yeah.
I am. What else did you have?
That's kind of it.
I love just watching you just like work right now.
It's because just
Like something popped in my mind and then I just immediately forgot. Actually,
that's helpful.
like try to like make me remember.
How would I possibly do that?
Bro, what was it?
I think we could wrap it up unless you remember.
Do you feel good about it though?
Why, you don't feel good?
I do. I just feel like we got too serious too many times.
We take it pretty serious. Does this just like show that we've actually grown?
Like, yeah.
I'm gonna be 31 on Sunday.
Whoa. We didn't talk about that. It's gonna be your birthday.
I'm pretty old.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why like the maturity's coming out. Like I
yeah,
just will no longer be like funny or have anything
for sure. Like
silly to offer.
Yeah. Like try to be silly right now. And you can't, right?
Yeah, I'm so serious.
It's happening.
It's happening to me right now.
What do you want to say to the people for your 31st year of life?
Oh man.
Do you feel 31?
I just want to say I don't feel 31, but I do think because I'm going to say something that's going to sound so serious and we just said not to be serious. Just enjoy every day, you know. You never know. You never know when it's going to be your last. That's all I got to say.
That's like the first time I've ever heard that.
Enjoy every day. What can I say? I'm a poet.
No, like what can you say? Like actually.
That's it. That's all I can say about it.
I'm going to say something too.
Go ahead.
Follow your dreams.
Wow.
That one. Yeah.
Did you make that up?
Yeah, like I've been thinking about that one for a few weeks. Like it just came to me.
It spoke to me, honestly.
Came to me in a dream. Hey guys, thanks for watching. We're Barely Friends Forever. We're Christian.
Why did you casually mention that? We're Christian and we'll be living our life. We'll be living our life up for God every single day. We'll be in heaven.
Catch you guys in heaven.
Some of you.
Love you guys. Bye.